Welcome back to the Triangle Grill with Millie Martin and Poppy Price.
Hello. This week on our show we have Frankie Ray, who is a veterinary student in her third year, and she's also the president of the University of Bristol Roots and Shoots Society.
Hello.
Hello, welcome Frankie. Thank you so much for coming on our show. And sorry, we had so many technical hitches again this morning, which we always seem to have. So yeah, thank you for being patient with that and hanging around. But we're looking forward to chatting to you now. Sorry, quite a hunting message now for me.
It's on silent.
Okay, good. Cool. So Frank, we are going to just get to know you today. And sort of hear a little bit about why you chose veterinary and why you've got into roots and shoots and all of the other animal conservation stuff that you're involved in. So, I think let's start with getting to know your background. So, can you tell us about your family and how like they've sort of inspired you?
Of course. So my granddad was a vet as well, so I've always been like brought up. He was like a big figure in my life. Shout out to my granddad if he's listening.
I have actually met Frankie's granddad and we had the most incredible lunch.
He loves you.
Oh well, that means a lot to me.
So was he is he British?
Yeah, he's British. So he was the first person in his family to go to university. He actually went to university he did like his A-levels at 16.
Wow.
And then I went off to university then. He wanted to go to Cambridge, but they would only like let him go at 18, so he went to Liverpool instead.
Wow.
He's quite a cool guy.
What school did he go to? Yeah.
He went to like some grammar school in Liverpool, I think.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
And he always liked like animals and veterinary and stuff like that.
Yeah, and science and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know why he chose veterinary, to be honest. Should ask him that.
So were you close with him when you were growing up?
Yeah, very close. He used to come and sit in the Wendy house in the garden with me for hours, looking at worms.
So would you say that he inspired you to do vet science?
Probably.
Vet science? Veterinary science? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, veterinary science, veterinary medicine. Yeah, probably. Okay. And my cousin as well, she graduated from Bristol a few years ago doing veterinary.
Mm-hmm.
So it runs in the family?
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have 2 dogs, a cat, a llama, a goat.
A llama?
Yeah.
You actually have a llama?
I actually have a llama.
Because a lot of people say like, oh, I really want a llama. Like that's quite like...
Yeah,
well,
it's
it's a very popular animal, isn't it? And
so walk me through the decision. And
we used to have chickens and foxes kept eating
naturally
our chickens.
Okay, so llamas lay eggs, Frank. You can't get the yield from them the same way.
I know, not quite the same.
So it literally roams in your...
It just roams in our fields, yeah.
Oh, fields.
Would you say that it's a good companion? Similar to a cat or a dog?
No.
Do you feel an emotional attachment towards the llama, or is it more just like, I don't know, a thing in the garden?
An entity.
An entity. I say I used to, not so much anymore.
Is that
there used to be 2 llamas. Yeah, it's called Des.
Des. That's cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's quite funny. It spits at my dog though. So.
Yeah, because that's their like defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Spitting.
Has it ever spat at you?
No, only at the dogs. That's nice.
Is that when it's like provoked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big is it?
Like
Llama
quite
size.
big. Yeah.
Okay, obviously we can't see
Yeah,
how big that was, but it was quite big.
So about 1.5 meters to its body, and then
also you're quite small.
Yeah,
in
so
terms
for
of
me
your,
it's like massive.
So I can imagine it's probably bigger than
Did you get it as a baby?
No, they were like one. Actually, I think Des was a baby, well, young, and then the other one was older. The other one's dead now.
How big are they when they're like little? So that's such a segregation.
When
your
they're born.
face of like the other one's dead now.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
alas.
I'm not going to unpack that emotion.
So what was the other one called?
The other one's called Jack.
Jack?
Yeah, we actually had quite a funny Christmas 2 years ago because my brother left one of the gates open accidentally, and then we were just like having our Christmas lunch, all the family had come down, and then the next thing we get this call from the police saying there are some llamas roaming around and we believe they're yours. We were like, what? So then it was was our responsibility. We had to get all the family, like we had to leave all the chicken, like or turkey, whatever we were eating.
As in what you were eating, not your chicken.
Yeah, no, our chickens. And like get in cars and go and find these llamas.
Oh my gosh.
And then they're quite like skittish. They won't just listen to us. And the goat also followed them out because the goat is like thinks it's a llama.
It's like me and the rest of my friends.
I'm not going to
yeah, we spent the whole day trying to get the llamas back into a car to bring them back. And we had to tranquilise them in the end, like call a vet in because they just wouldn't like come in.
Are they quite quick runners?
Yeah, so speedy. And the M25 was like really nearby.
Oh my
and so
days.
they were like
Shut
running
down.
in that direction.
How far had they run in the end? Where did you
They
pick
were
them
like
up
3
from?
miles away from our house. They were literally,
Wow.
it was so funny, they were walking through all the like country roads and people were looking at them like, who are these?
Mad people chasing them.
Human that owns these things.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you've got some more llamas in your life, and you have 2 dogs?
Yeah.
I feel like anything now compared to the llamas. It's not gonna be
It's boring. What is your favourite animal?
Gonna have to say a chimpanzee.
Nice.
Have you watched
Roots and
Dynasty?
Shoots, of course.
What
yeah.
did you think?
It was good. I really like how David Attenborough's like, or how Dynasty, the producers, have like made it into sort of, it's almost like a soap opera each episode.
Yeah.
It's so like different from like all the other.
Animal documentaries.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting, because I remember Millie was talking about why she didn't like that.
Yeah,
I think I was surprised because there's been so much sort of hype around the blue chip episodes that David Attenborough's part of, and I think they've been all made under a kind of similar sort of like program style, and then I was really surprised that these ones are so much more story based, which I think is like good in some ways,
Yeah.
but then also I'm not sure how much I like the focus just on like one specific family, because I think there's so much that you could say about all of these animals, and like if you're the sort of person who gets bored quite easily or thinks, oh well, like I've seen a penguin now, like show me a different penguin, then like you've lost them probably within 15 minutes of starting the programme.
Interesting.
So,
But don't you think it's more relatable if it's a family structure?
yeah.
And you kind of get to know them, don't you?
I think like definitely there's narratives are always most relatable because we can connect them to like human emotion and stuff like that, and you can see how like the script definitely like gives the animals like the really human emotions. But I don't know, I think like there's more to say than that personally. I don't know, what do you think, Frank?
Yeah, well, I personally don't prefer it as much. I don't like it as much as other documentaries. But I did think that maybe the public would, because, like you said, it is more relatable.
It's different audiences, so it's like everyone watches David Attenborough, whereas not everyone watches animal documentaries generally. That's true.
Yeah.
As in, that's the only animal documentary I think I've probably watched.
Yeah,
and
true.
I'm talking to a vet and the person who loves documentaries.
A wildlife nerd.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that caters to more similar people to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
should we have a song?
Yeah.
What is your first song, Frank?
My first song can be Shotgun by George Ezra.
And why did you pick this?
Because I have been known to say that I can't imagine my life without this song. It's just I just love it. Reminds me of summer.
It's good reading.
Just like George Ezra. It's my guilty pleasure.
Well, let's give it a listen. So that was Shotgun by George Ezra. A nice one. I haven't heard that in so long. But it's such a happy one, which I feel reflects your personality. Which is
so
sweet. So going back to your family and stuff, moving away from the llamas.
I really don't want to move away from that.
I know, but there's so much more that we can get to know and get to talk about. Which side of the family is your grandpa from?
He is my mum's dad.
Your mum's. So is she at all interested in animals, and did your parents themselves kind of promote any?
So my mum she loves animals, but hates the whole veterinary side of things. I think my granddad used to make her and her sister go and clean the cattery and do sort of the labour jobs in the vet practice. So I think that slightly put her off. And she also didn't particularly enjoy science or school.
Okay.
But my dad, he could have been a medic if he, like, I think in another life he would have liked to do medicine.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's really into science and like books, and he loves safaris, and so I think he's sort of influenced my decision making in life a lot. Yeah, we always used to go on safaris from like a little age, and he like grew up in Kenya. So
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah.
So, do you go to Kenya often now?
We do, yeah, sort of
Okay.
most holidays, which is really nice.
What's it like being on safari?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah, it depends on like the park you go to there, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like in the Mara, there's often like loads of cars, so it feels a bit more like
Human.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Woburn Safari Park, but
Yeah.
not quite.
And then what do you just like? Okay, it's a really silly question. Do you just drive around?
Do you drive or do you have
Yeah.
a guide?
We've always had a guide. Apart from this summer, I went with some friends, so it was just us driving,
That's
which
so
was fun. We
okay.
didn't see as much.
Yeah, because I guess the guides know the park inside out, so they know
Yeah,
where
they know
where to
where
go.
to
And
What kind of animals can you see?
Like Big Five. So.
What's the coolest animal experience that you've ever seen on safari?
Ooh, I was actually thinking about this the other day because the Dynasty's lion episode, you know, and the lion was scaring off the buffalo because it had its cubs, and there was that big tree trunk. We actually saw a really similar thing where a lioness was on top of this tree trunk and she'd like hidden her cubs somewhere, but the buffaloes were all surrounding her and she couldn't get down to her cubs. And so we were just watching this for hours, not really knowing what was going to happen, and more buffaloes were coming. And I think the lion cubs were actually underneath someone's car, which is quite cute, but that car obviously couldn't move because then the lion cubs would be exposed to the buffaloes. So yeah, we just watched that.
Why do they want to kill the lion cubs?
Yeah, I actually don't know. That's a good question. Maybe
Because they grow up to be a
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
that's what I was
Revenge.
Did you watch this episode?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay, so basically, the big lion, the adult mummy lion shields the baby lions in a tree from a buffalo
Aww.
herd, from a buffalo herd.
But then, yeah,
Like
it's
why-
surprising because buffaloes don't eat meat.
No, but they're really vicious with
They're
the.
really. I think they kill the second most people in Kenya,
Really?
or the third.
Just 'cause of their
mosquito,
massive
hippo,
size.
buffalo.
Yeah, because hippos are a sight like.
Yeah, hippos are big.
They are big.
What I find funny about that as well is you say like you were watching it for hours, and I think again another thing about the like wildlife programs on TV is that you think because of the sequence that they have an hour that something like, you know, lion goes up the tree, buffalo
Yeah,
come round, like she
that's
scares
so
them
true.
off and the whole thing's sorted out. But actually in reality like it takes hours and hours
Yeah.
for these things to happen, and like it's kind of cool then I guess to watch it in context and understand the like scale of the problem versus how TV.
Yeah, and like they said, they'd been filming and following the lion fight for 400 days.
Oh yeah.
So for just an hour episode, it's quite crazy.
They will have had hours and
Yeah.
hours and hours of footage.
I wonder if
yeah.
they get bored.
Yeah.
Because if like you say you were watching them for hours, and it's not that boring.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
feel
if
like
they
it,
get boring
yeah, it
days.
definitely does. I bet they do. Yeah, I remember like watching it in a Blue Planet episode when I think a guy had been in the water trying to film a humpback whale for like 24 hours.
Wow.
And he said like how he got bored, but like it was worth it for that 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, the like adrenaline kick.
Yeah.
So why did you say that chimpanzees are your favourite animal if you've kind of grown up in the safari, big five, you know, big cats and giraffes and big mammals like that? If you've been exposed to that your whole life, I'm interested because I feel like that would like really inspire you. But
yeah.
clearly, it's not where your heart lies.
I feel like I have several favourite animals, but I do often say chimpanzee. I think just because, so my granddad and my mum were quite involved in the Jane Goodall Institute when I was younger, and so Jane Goodall was always like a figure in my life that I looked up to and sort of aspired to be.
I kind of see you as Jane Goodall's like little son. What's his name? Grub or something. So for those that don't know, Jane Goodall is like a massive conservationist in chimpanzee conservation, and she basically like lived out there for years and years, and she had this little kid that she actually christened Grub, and like he just basically grew up around chimpanzees and became like really cool and really wild because he just didn't have like a normal human life, or like wasn't exposed to normal human child activity in like preschool and stuff. I can imagine you like that, like in Kenya, just like running around.
I want to bring my kids up like that.
So did you meet her?
I've met her like briefly. She probably doesn't know who I am, but my granddad knows her.
So you
Quite
fangirl.
cool. Yeah, fangirl.
Because your granddad was
That's
quite
cool.
like prestigious in the veterinary world, wasn't he?
Yes, he was the head of the British Veterinary Association.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does he have his own what does he like do now?
What does he do now? He does like now he's retired from all veterinary, but he's still quite involved in all the like decision making. So he's still involved in like BBA and stuff. So he'll go to like their conferences.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Does he have any animals?
He doesn't.
Does
I
he
think
have
he has
an
a pot. He doesn't have an arm. Yeah.
Do you know what his favourite animal is?
No.
Frankie.
God, I know. I need to quiz my granddad.
Do you know what your granddad's favourite animal is, Pop?
What's your
There you
I'm
go.
gonna go
Put
with-
on the spot.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. What's yours?
Yeah,
My favourite animal? Oh, probably one of the big cats. I don't think I can pick which, but I have a cat myself, and I think I just love, like, I love leopards, I love cheetahs, I love lions. I just think they're beautiful.
I think leopards.
Yeah.
It's really it's funny like when you see elements of like your cat in a big cat,
They are so similar. I find it hilarious.
which is not that surprising.
Yeah.
But like when they're
We-
like stalking things,
Yeah,
they have this
literally.
like really chubby cat
And
who
their
also
their
stalks.
claws are really similar, I think,
Yeah.
which is just
Yeah.
cute.
it's really cool. The like pint size versus the big size.
They're like giant
What?
cats, big cats.
Big cats. Yeah, they're big.
Massive.
That's the name.
They're like a lot bigger.
It was so funny actually. We were lucky enough to go on safari quite a few years ago, and because we all feel like we are the sort of family because we have a cat that we like know how cats work and cats instinct, and then we were like watching this lion family for quite a long time, and there was these like young male lions, and they were looking at our car, and all me, my mum and my sister spent the whole hour giving these lions like cat eyes, that we call it, where you just like look into their soul and like blink at them and like be like, we've got a connection between the two of us. And then afterwards my mum was like, I just really felt a connection with that lion. I was like blinking at it the whole time, and I was like, so was I. And my sister was like, so was I. And we just realised we must all look so stupid sitting in our van blinking at cats.
Your dad must have been like,
Does he
why
not
are
have
they
Maybe just
passing
like
up?
taking photos. I don't know.
Being normal.
He doesn't have that same link with the big cats.
Cats
like we
also
do.
wink. Have you noticed
Do
this?
they?
Well, that's what I was trying to get out of them, but
They wink.
I've never seen that.
that's because they're little saucy animals.
They
Who
are
knows?
awesome.
We should probably do another song.
Sure.
And this is quite a good one. What you put next? Africa
Oh,
by
yeah.
Toto. Is there any specific reason other than that it's just a tune?
Yeah, well, I've actually known this song since I was little. My dad would always play it, and like I loved it. It was always my favourite song. But then it's only become famous, and like when I used to play it to my friends, they'd all be like, "Oh, yeah, what is this song?" But now since I think Love Island, and it was like Camilla's song.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And now it's become
Now
huge.
it's become big.
Wow.
Mm.
Frankie Ray, trendsetter.
Oh yeah.